Now, lots of local businesses have had to adapt, haven't they? And the way that they've operated throughout the pandemic. Now, beyond housing, there's a housing organisation covering right across the Tees Valley in North Yorkshire. They go everywhere. Now, despite the challenges, they've really made a difference from their communities. And Rachael Crooks joined me earlier this morning. I spoke to her before we went on air at 10 o'clock. And she told me about what the past year has been like for them as a company.
It started off really slow because I think everyone was like, what do we do? How do we adapt ourselves quickly so that we can continue delivering a service that we can't do face to face? And how do you do community work when it's not face to face? So there was like a couple of months where we were like twiddling our thumbs, but as soon as it kind of kicked in that we could do something, and clearly something had to be done, because we were one of the first things Beyond did is we rang all of our tenants. You know, we've got 15,000 homes. And by the time we got round to some of our customers, they were completely failing because they couldn't access money because the banks were shut. They couldn't go to the shop because they were shielding, and some of them were down to like their last tins in the house. So it was really sad, but it also highlighted how we needed to change the way we worked.
Was that something that could happen quickly, and how dynamic was the company in doing that?
Like I said, to begin with, we were all like, oh God, like what do we do? But as soon as we kind of like kicked in, it happened very quickly. You know, staff all came forward, and vans went out, and staff came forward to help us volunteer. You know, everyone was assigned to ring these welfare calls, and the people that took it the hardest were possibly the ones that really didn't deal with our customers face to face a lot. You know, they might have been in the background, like just doing keeping the business ticking over. But I've been an advisor, so I've seen how people can really live on the poverty line. It's something that a lot of the community doesn't see and doesn't understand unless you actually work with it. But no, we were really dynamic. We did. We've lent out our vans. A lot of our staff came out and volunteered on weekends. We've had a lot of money funneling through from our Travis Perkins Social Value Fund. So it's been amazing. It's absolutely been amazing what we've done this year, and I just hope we don't lose that momentum going forward.
Do you feel with your tenants you've got a stronger bond now? We're
definitely in a stronger position that we were in. I think it's really difficult to get past we're the landlord, regardless of us being a social housing sector. We are still the landlord, and it's a very, you know, how can you skate the line between support but enforcement as well?
Let me rephrase that. Do you think you have a better understanding of your tenants and they have a better understanding of you?
We definitely have a better understanding of our tenants and our communities, and I think the pandemic has let us take a step back and slow down and really reassess how we deliver our service. But I think it's also really highlighted that the strength comes from the community. The strength is the people that live there, and if we've got to facilitate that and harness that and let them lead the way, not us lead it for them. I still think there's lots of work for kind of tenants understanding us, because they only see what we publicise or what we put out there. You know, we've got lots of services kind of that we deliver that you would never kind of see unless you needed that support.
And that's something to work on, but the groundwork has been set through the last year. I think it's sort of it's accelerated the work that you've done because you've done it out of necessity, and you've done it brilliantly. And how are you as a person? Because I know I've changed as a person over the last year. I've changed exponentially, and I know that. I can feel it. I'm slower. I don't worry as much. I don't take things for granted anymore. Are you in a similar situation? Have you changed in any way, shape or form?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that I'm more focused. I think it's really highlighted for me the inequality in life. I always understood inequality and deprivation, but for me, I'm really an advocate now for everyone having the opportunity to be the best that they are, regardless of what background that they come from. And I'm also kind of really into second chances where I didn't used to be. But for me, it's the inequality part. That's what this pandemic's highlighted.
Big day today on BBC Radio C, just to say thank you. So I'd like to say thank you to you and what you've done for your communities. And and just sort of to try to give those who didn't have a little bit of something. Is there anyone you can think of front of mind that you would like to say thank you to? Any organisation?
God, well, the company as a whole has done amazing. We've kind of done the call of support, and of people from all walks of departments have come forward, and they're still coming forward now. But I couldn't have done what I've done today without the many, many partnerships that we've built together. So Helen from Youth Focus North East, me and her have been side by side. Redcombe Cleveland Council, Loftus. So I'm running a huge project in Loftus. Ladies of Steel, and there's probably loads more, but I just can't.
I think we could go on all day, can't we? Because what we
could
found,
go on all day.
And that's the thing, you've opened, a Pandora's box of help that is out there, which possibly you would never have seen before. And this year, sort of given you that opportunity. We've seen that at BBC Radio Tees, like people like yourself, and sort of where we would see you just as a landlord, but you're not. You're much, much more. You're deep in the fabric of our communities, and it's just lovely to get that out and explain to everyone. Rachel, keep in touch, and anything we can help you with, get that message out there. Let us know. We're here for you.
Perfect. You'll regret saying that to me.
I won't, because once I can get out and come and see you, I want you to take me to Loftus Wood. I think that's a great plan.
Definitely, lovely. And we've got some really exciting events coming up for Loftus. So we're going to try and do an outdoor theatre production of Alice in Wonderland, and like a pumpkin walk for October 2021. And we're really trying to show the community what can be done from within. So we're just trying to harness that strength. So I would love to take you to Loftus.
I'll be a good Mad Hatter. I can see that.
Oh, well, don't put that forward, because you'll end up.
Done it now.
Yep.
Said it. Take care, look after yourself, and thank you.